Hi, this is me, Dr. Rukmini Chaudhary. In this video about chorea, involuntary unpredictable movement. So we will be covering everything about chorea, like what is chorea, what are the causes, risk factors, symptoms, what are the tests required, and the best effective top homeopathy medicine in cases of chorea. So let's start. What is chorea? See, chorea derived from the chorus, that is the dance form. So in chorea, you have involuntary, means you don't have any control, and involuntary unpredictable movement of your any part of your body. It can be hand, your arms, your shoulder, your tongue, any part of your body. So this is the involuntary right. So let's talk about the causes. Moving on, the causes and risk factors. It can be genetic and non-genetic. It can be hereditary. You can have it from your genetics part. There is Hutchinson disease, there is Wilson disease, and there is neuroacanthocytosis. So these are the genetic one. Non-genetic part, see, some female during pregnancy have this problem, we call chorea gravidarum, and after having certain medicines like neuroleptics, you can have this problem. Even some endocrinal and metabolic disorder like your thyroid, your parathyroid problem, you have in hypoglycemia, you have this problem. Even after certain, in fact, have streptococcus infection, you can have this problem. Rheumatic fever complication, we also call it. So these are the problems. Some the immune disease like SLE, systemic lupus erythematosus. We have uploaded video on that, so you can go and check out the details about SLE. So if you have SLE, you can have this problem. Even AIDS. So there are so many causes that leads to the chorea. So now the types or signs or symptoms we'll be talking about. See, if we talk about broadly signs or symptoms, this is a kind of involuntary movement. So for any body part, you can have the tongue problem. So involuntary sticking out of the tongue, popping of in and out of the tongue can be there, shrugging of the shoulders can be there, bending heads from sidewards, from forward to backward can be there, involuntary arms, hands, facial movements can be there. So grinding of teeth can be there, difficulty of swallowing can be there. So it depends on all your muscular weakness and overactivity, hyperkinetics. So there can be different symptoms depending on the time. Number one, the Hutchinson disease, Hutchinson chorea we call it, and this is a kind of a genetic problem. Usually this symptom was right with the time, over the time, and you have involuntary again muscular movement. You have that the involuntary contraction and relaxation of your this is called milkmaid, like milking sort of movements. Chorea acanthocytosis, this is the misshapen RBCs. Your red blood cells are misshapen, and that lead to further this problem, the chorea. And again, this is a kind of genetic problem, and this usually affect your function. All the symptoms are found, like difficulty in gait, difficult while walking, the speech problems, slurring of speech, shoulder shrugging, there are all the symptoms are found. Muscular contraction are found. Your grinding of teeth can be there. Sidham's chorea, usually after found infection like streptococcus infection and a complication of rheumatic fever, and this is usually in children. And so this has again all the involved of your face, arms and hands. You have all the problems. Already discussed that while sticking out of your tongue, there is a pop inside and out, so there is no proper sticking out of the tongue. So moving on, the diagnosis and the test required. How many tests are required? Because there is no single cause, so there is no single test. There can be your history matters a lot. What is your family history, your medical history, your medicine history, your medical background, what other medicine you had in your past, what is your complete case analysis. So there can be blood test for ruling out whether it is from metabolic or endocrine problem, your thyroid blood test, your parathyroid blood test, your copper blood test can be done. Why? Because in Wilson disease there is an increased level of copper, so that can be done. MRI of brain can be done, because in Hutchinson there is a nerve cell death are found, so this also can be done, MRI. And there are other tests required to correlate the treatment part, the best effective homeopathy medicine for the chorea or for the involuntary muscle. See, when we talk about the treatment part, it completely depends on the types and the causes of your medical problem. So what causes your problem and what types of chorea you are having. And this homeopathy can manage your case. Homeopathy, this stops by worsening of your case. So this effective medicines we will be discussing one by one. You are requested to use one medicine at a time depending on your symptom, your case, on your types. All medicines link are given on the description box. you can go there, buy there, and it's better to consult your nearby doctor. Telemedicine consultation from a clinic, online consultation available. You can call and you can consult, you can send all your reports, all your case history. So after watching this video, you have certain idea that these are the medicine given in the cases of chorea. So let's talk about the medicine. There are so many medicine in homeopathy: agaricus, right, argentum nitricum, belladonna, causticum, cupramat. List of medicines: cicuta virosa, senna. There's a lot. We are having agaricus muscarius. See, agaricus muscarius is a homeopathic medicine. You can use 30 or 200 potency. See, these are the droppers. See, the medicine's color can be anything. Let's focus on the medicine's name. Medicine name should be agaricus. So agaricus is given very good medicine in chorea when you have coldness of your limbs. There is no movement. There is a weakness or limbs. Crossword problem you have. Suppose you are having left arm problem, you have right leg problem. So this is like the symptom goes diagonally. So you can, if you are having symptom diagonal problem, then you can use agaricus muscarius. Moving on, causticum, we are having causticum 30 or 200, 2 to 3 drops twice or thrice before meal. For a regular, like once you have betterment in your case, you can decrease or taper down the dose. Otherwise, you continue your medicine. So causticum is given when you have right side chorea, means your right body parts are having involuntary movements, involuntary muscular hyperactivity. In that case, you can use causticum. On the other hand, if you are having left side problem, then you can use cuprum metallicum. So this is cuprum metallicum. So you can use 30 or 200 potency, 2 to 3 drops twice or thrice before meal. Again, the duration of the medicine for a longer, or once you have betterment, you can decrease or taper. Migraine homeopathy, that is used again for the involuntary problem, and you have your especially you have head problem like bending backward, forward, backward, forward, backward. So this is a head involuntary jerky movements you have. In that case, you can use migraine homeopathic medicine. Again, very Tarantula hispania. See, Tarantula hispania in homeopathy is very good medicine for all sort of chorea. Like you have all problem. There's a gait problem, there's difficult in posture, difficulty swallowing, difficulty in speech, and the patient has sideward bending or hyperactive cases. Even in kids, we use Tarantula. So Tarantula hispania is a very good medicine. You can 36 medicine, homeopathic medicine in the drop form, liquid form, like this. So you can use R36. It is written in the nerve problem, and it's a very good medicine for the chorea problem. So you can use this medicine like in 2 to 3 spoon lukewarm water, 10 to 20 drops of the medicine. If you have minor or moderate, see, it depends what type of your case. If you have mild symptom, moderate symptom, you are requested to use low doses of the medicine. If you are having severe cases, your movement are fast, your case is severe, in that case obviously you are supposed to increase the dose of the medicine. So in that case, 10 to 20 drops in 2 to 3 spoon of water twice or thrice, even in multiple times in a day can be used if it is the case of chronic case, severe problem. The medicine, all the links are given on the description box. Go there, check out there. If you find anything, comment over there. So hopefully these video can help you. If you find these video informative, you can like and share our videos. You can subscribe our channel, press the bell icon to get notified. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.